What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Ms. Blackwell, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 29.
All right. So you want to change the narrative, change our mind. What's the misunderstanding that men have about dating women today? Or what do men need to do, improve, or do better in relationships? Those are all of your options, or you can ask a question.
Okay. To start, I would say, in my microcosm of experience, often young men are not emotionally intelligent. I think that's due to emotions being like negatively correlated with women.
Uh-huh.
But in the successful relationships I have had, it's been with men of my age, a few years older, who are very self-aware, emotionally intelligent, able to challenge a lot of the rhetoric we hear surrounding like relationships, just general relationships amongst
do me
the communities.
Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You ladies tend to talk in streams of consciousness, and we men are very simple creatures. Can you make it real simple?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make it real simple and real short? Because I'm losing the plot.
Absolutely. So I would say for modern men dating modern women, there can be a disparity between maturity.
Okay, maturity. How you evaluating maturity?
Um, Professionalism, relationships with your peers, communication skills.
Now, due respect. What does professionalism and maturity have to do with anything? You can be mature and not be a professional.
That's very true. Or you could be, with these women, would deem a professional person, but they'll be immature. For example, women like this will look at a man, successful, has all his stuff in order, but on his downtime, he plays a couple of hours of video games a week. They will automatically associate that with immaturity. But he could be having everything else together. But they love these blanket and umbrella terms. So no matter how much work he's putting in, being a professional, how he is with the kids, how he's able to understand himself, the psyches of others, and everyone else, it won't matter, because if he plays 2 hours of a video game, he's considered immature because that's just an immature thing to do, is what women like this will say.
So I need you ladies to understand. A lot of times you're coming in saying stuff, and I get it. You're trying to translate your feelings into words, but it's not making sense. When you say maturity, give me an example of what lacking a situation that lack maturity or need improved maturity. Give me an example. How about that? Let's try it that way.
Okay. So I would say lacking maturity, an example would be not researching some of the claims in which you're digesting in your content. That would be indicative of lacking maturity.
Okay, so just I want to be clear. We're talking about how men need to be better in relationships, and you say researching claims about things I make in my videos?
Correct. That is what I'm saying. I think that the inability to have the intelligence to do that is indicative of being immature.
This is where I start to get a little frustrated, because relationships between you and a man.
Okay? Absolutely.
Okay, that ain't got shit to do with my videos or the claims I make.
Well, that was an example of what immaturity could look like.
I don't understand how those two things line up. But I'm willing to have the conversation. Because what it sounds to
Absolutely.
me though is like, well, a guy who would listen to you and not research the claims you make lack maturity.
Well, that's an example of lacking maturity.
You know, a very terrible example of lacking maturity. What if a person just does that because they want to be nosy? Does that make them mature? Or they just want to make sure they have their facts in order? That makes them mature? Not necessarily. You can still look things up that people say and still be an immature person. If you were to look these things up to find a discrepancy in everything someone said and then used it against them, what kind of person would that be to you? That'd then be an immature person, right? Exactly.
Is not being a critical thinker. That's immature.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
How long you been in it?
Oh, September 2021.
Okay, ma'am. People watch a plethora of things, and you don't have time to research. Okay, I don't. Okay. What do you think about the men who watch my content? Do you think they're critical thinkers?
I think some of them are.
So, what
I think
percentage
it's
of the men who
difficult to
watch my
say.
content? What percentage of my content What percentage of the men who watch my content do you think are critical thinkers?
I couldn't speculate on that because I don't know the
Well,
numbers or the demographics
okay,
of
but
the
what I'm
people who
saying is
consume your
okay,
content.
okay. I'm not trying to play gotcha, but you're not making maturity is uh, patience, ability to understand that you don't necessarily need to rush into something. You need to
Hmm.
do a little bit, but what does that have to do with somebody watching my content and how they behave in a relationship? And here's what I'm trying to demonstrate to you guys is how modern women have so much lost who we are as men. You don't even know how to talk to me, man. As a man, you're just verbally vomiting, and all the men in the chat room are like, "What is she talking about?" We aren't all wrong. If you can't communicate what's on your mind, is that a problem with the men, or is that a problem with women like yourself?
I think I've been able to fully communicate what's on my mind.
Okay, I'm going to go in the comment section. Okay, to all the men in the comment
Okay.
section. Okay, to the men in the comment section. This is members only, by the way. If you're a man
Okay.
and you're in the comment section and you clearly understand what this woman is saying, type
That's sweet.
68. If you have no clue what she's talking about or you somewhat confused, type 25. I'm going to look at the 68s are the guys who understand, and the 25s are the guys who are as clear as mud. Okay? That's what we're going to look at. I'm going to create a poll. So go ahead. You were saying? What are some other things that we can do?
This is a speculation for having this conversation. What are other things men can do? I mean, I think it's individual to the man. I don't think you can necessarily umbrella all men under one expectation or one categorization.
Why do you ladies believe that? Why do modern women believe that you can't make generalizations? Because I get so tired of hearing women saying, "Well, you can't put everyone under." Yes, you can. It's called a generalization, and that is what
Mm-hmm.
intelligent people do. Okay, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to show you what I'm going to
Oh,
go
I
to
can
the
see
chat.
it. I'm
Okay,
here on your
so I
YouTube
have
channel
yet
as
to see a
well.
68. Okay, I have yet to see a 68.
Okay.
Okay, so just by being a rational person, you're not communicating clearly. It has nothing to do with us as the men. So that's all I'm trying to get you ladies to understand, that it's not always on the men. Well, go ahead.
Well, I
asked about
right.
generalizations
Mm-hmm.
because you said, well, we can't classify or bottom line is, why is it today that so many people don't want to make generalizations?
It's really difficult to answer these vague questions.
Well, you said, well, you can't put all men under one umbrella. What does that mean?
Because I mean, based on what I viewed in your content, I don't know the majority. I don't know in my own circle the men you're talking about. I don't know in my own circle the women you're constantly talking about. So when I'm viewing this, I'm not really sure where these people are and where they exist.
So I want to be clear. Based upon my content, you don't see that
Mm-hmm.
in your circles?
Correct.
Okay, that's fair. But
Mm-hmm.
my content is with the public. Women of all races, of all ages, and there is a through line. So just do you accept that? Please don't worry about the comment section. Talk to me.
I'm sorry. I was reviewing that. Do I accept that? Okay, yes. Your audience is the public.
Not my audience, ma'am. Not my audience. French toast, not the audience. See, now we're about to get into a problem. We're going to have a problem. I don't even pay attention to the comment section. You need to have the conversation because you're not doing too well communicating with me. And I'm doing my best to have a conversation with you. Now I'm about to lose my patience. I accept that your anecdotal circle may be different, but the content I do is with the public. It's not just my audience. What about the women that call in? That's the content, not the commenters.
Correct. And often I feel like I only see two extremes in the women who call in.
Which are?
So you either have a highly educated woman in her late 30s or early 40s, or you have a very young woman who's making less than $50,000 a year.
74% of black women 74% of black women make less than $50,000 a year. It's 3 and 4.
I'm aware of that statistic.
So, ma'am, due respect, I don't get okay. How much of my content have you watched?
Not all of it for sure.
So you've seen women, either educated women or young women making less than, ma'am. This is where I'm going to open up a question to the audience. Move you to the side. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, do you think education has made women better or worse? I personally think education has made most women worse because this is what we get. A bunch of shit that sounds smart, that sounds dumb as fuck.
That's true. And this is one thing I'll say. We've given people nothing to worry about. Like, that's how good men have made the world. They've made the world, they've built the world and constructed the world so well, which women like this could just jump on a Zoom, have these type of conversations, and not have to worry about anything else. You see, if we were in another country that was going through it with other countries, the 3-letter word, that 3-letter word is when another country goes against another country, right? If those were going on, you think a woman like this could just sit on Zoom and have these streams of consciousness? We'd have to be active. We have too much time on our hands where we can sit around and think about foolishness. And that's exactly what's being portrayed in this video so far.
So, you want to get out of the comment section?
I'm sorry. I mean, are we back here? Yeah, that's
well,
fine.
What I'm about to do is I'm about to make the show about you, and I'm trying to really have the conversation. So I wish you would turn off the comment section so we can talk.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
absolutely. I would love to have this talk.
Can you do that until you're off, until we're done talking? Can you avoid looking at the comment section? You say that you've seen two extremes. You've only seen two extremes. Well, let me ask you, which one of those?
Right, the majority of them are the two extremes.
Which one of those two extremes that you say you saw? Which one would make a good wife for the average man?
Which one would make a good wife for the average man? The average man is making $40,000 a year, correct?
Whatever you define them as average.
Okay, but just based on
which one of the two extremes
on your guidance or your insight.
If the women you've seen on my show are a sampling of the women out there, you say you've seen two extremes, which one of any of the women that have called in of the two extremes would be a good wife for a man, average man, whatever, pick whatever. Which of these women would be good wives?
A young partner earning less than 50,000, or an older partner, making, let's say, 6 figures. I would say definitely the 6 figures partner.
The 6-figure partner. So a woman making 6 figures would be a good partner for. What percentage of women make over 6 figures
for the average man?
Yeah. So for average man, a good wife would be a woman making 6 figures.
Absolutely, because the average man only makes 40,000.
You couldn't make this stuff up.
You can't make this stuff up. Why would a woman making 6 figures be a good partner for a man, for an average man?
Well, let's see. So I live in Maryland, where I'd say the average house costs $450,000. I don't think you're coming close to affording that on a combined income of $90,000. Right. You're not even able to purchase a home.
Okay, ma'am, that's nice, but let's get on down to the road. What percentage of women in this country make over? What percentage of Black women make over $75,000?
I know it's a marginal percent.
Marginal.
Maybe 9. Is that what you quoted? Mm-hmm. Is it 9?
So
I have to look it up.
9. So a good wife for an average man would be a woman that's in the 5%. This is becoming a kind of.
I don't think that the metric of income is like all you look at. Like if someone has a higher income, they also have higher discipline and higher work ethic.
Right. Gentlemen, if you're ever on a date with a woman like that, especially if it's a blind date or it's a setup, leave. The sex is not even worth it. It's not. Just leave. Leave. Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Leave. She really, Why did I let her go on for so long? Because she fits what I would consider to be the attorney archetype. A woman who thinks because she has a degree and a library card that she's smart. Here's the funny thing. Let me show you guys something. This is what she's doing. She's worried about what you guys are saying about her in the comment section. This is the modern woman. This is it. social media and the opinions of people that they don't know. This is why I get so many when I try to let women know that women care more about the opinions of other random opinions than men. How many times did I ask her, man, focus on the conversation we're having. Make it simple.
Man, crazy, crazy, crazy. Lost. Just a whole bunch of women with tons of time on their hands and no direction, ultimately. But everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I want to know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. Make sure you guys go over to Kevin Samuels' channel. Go watch his videos. Let's go ahead and keep the Godfather's name alive. Share this video. Share his videos. Let's keep the message alive. All right, guys? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.